into spotlight so that you can see me. And all right. So tonight I thought we could nourish our minds with right thinking. So I have a rock to focus on, but you all can find whatever you want to. I'm gonna just make my way over to my spot back here. And as we sit down and we feel our bodies relax and settle down from our day, one of my favorite things to give me a sense of clarity and calm and to get out of that monkey mind is to practice right thinking. And one of the easiest ways to practice right thinking for me is to focus on a candle or to focus on a rock or a plant or pick something outside. But you want to look at something about 4 feet in front of you. So I'm going to set this down. And I'm going to place my hands on my legs. As you feel yourself relax, Patanjali, who is kind of like the person who's accredited with writing the Yoga Sutras, always talks about how the practice is to calm the fluctuations of the mind. So for me, to create right thinking and to declutter, I like to focus on one object. My spine gets nice and long. Your gaze can be nice and soft. And if it feels better for you, you're welcome to close your eyes. Remember that there's no like mandated, you have to do this way. I invite you to your body of today, and I invite you into this moment. We're just trying to liberate ourselves with the breath. So as you feel yourself, once again, sitting comfortably, hands onto the legs, let's take and keep the palms down tonight, and bring your elbows towards your rib cage, which allows your sternum to lift and your heart to be a little bit more elevated. And we'll take and shrug our shoulders up, back, and down. And let's try that again. Up, back, and down. And then go in the opposite direction. Up, forwards, and down. Up, forwards, and down. Feeling your palms start to settle in. Begin to draw inward as you start to focus on the object in front of you. So all we're doing is focusing on a still point. And as you start to focus on the still point, you start to notice the breathing settle from way up high to down to the belly. Experience the rise and fall of your belly. Experience and pay attention to this moment. Begin to feel this nice sense of clarity and calm wash over you. By having this still point, you're literally nourishing your mind to say it's okay to relax. Hold yourself with loving kindness as your mind starts to get a little bit lighter. Noticing your shoulders melt down your back. Feel the breath roll down your shoulders to your elbows and deep into your fingertips. And if you've lost sight of your focus point, it's okay. Let the breath start to be your guide as you nourish your mind with spacious, easy breaths and right thinking. as you breathe a little bit deeper, you'll start to notice your eyes resting in their sockets. And the deep diaphragmatic breaths allowing you to let go of your thoughts. Simply breathing in and breathing out. And as the abdominal walls rise and fall, start to just allow the breath to move freely from your fingers to your toes, your bones to your skin. Everything is open and vibrant, and the breath is liberated. And once again, the space between your ears becomes a little bit calmer. And you're starting to feel a little bit more connected. Feel that wholehearted breath, allowing you to be right here and right now. With a beginner's mind. Now that we've nourished our mind and swept away some of the cobwebs, let's take and softly, just take your hands and move them in circles on the thighs. One direction and then the other direction. And truly feel yourself planted, like a tree or a little seed ready to sprout. You're just cultivating those seeds of mindfulness. And then we're going to take and bring our hands all the way back behind us. Interlace your fingers, and with your inhale, reach the shoulders back. Ooh, mine just popped. As your spine lengthens, try not to pop open the rib cage or lose sight of the breath. Just reach your arms back, and as your hands relax, take and bring your right hand outside of the left leg and left hand to your tailbone. Twisting and breathing. Shoulders melt, eyes are calm, and almost like a squeegee on a window, feel your next exhale just really pulling away all the dust and the dirt. And then come on back to center. We'll find a cat-cow as you breathe in, elbows reach back, heart lifts high. And exhale, hollow out your belly. Inhale, thumbs to the hips, elbows reach back, opening your heart. And exhale, hollowing out the belly. Inhale to a neutral spine. And we'll start that same thing again. So find the odd grip, the one that's kind of weird, behind your back. So not the one that you go for right away, but just this strange grip. Reach your arms back, and without popping open the ribs, see if you can keep your back long and just reach the fingers back. Feeling expansive, calm. The breathing is kind and really easy. With your exhale, take your hands onto your legs. And now take the left hand to the outside of the right, and the right hand reaches back. Maybe your hand goes to your tailbone or to the ground, but you're just finding a spot. And this is where you really notice how one side might be tighter than the other. Or maybe instead of feeling it in your back, you feel it in your shoulders or your hips. Be super kind as you find one more deep breath, squeegeeing away the dirt from the inside out. And then come on back to center. Finding your cat-cows, breathe in, elbows back, heart lifts high. And exhale, hollowing yourself out. Breathing in as your elbows reach back, shoulders broaden. And exhale, belly to the spine, rounding in the low back. Inhale to a neutral position. And all we're going to do now is take and come into child's pose. So make your way real gently into child's pose. And as you come into child's pose, feel your knees closer together than maybe you normally would do. So a lot of times I ask you to take your knees nice and wide. Tonight, take your knees close together. And then you're going to take and start off just by placing your forehead to your fists. So you're stacking your fists, forehead to your fists. And your back is nice and long. We're not going to stay here for a super long amount of time, but the idea is that you are giving yourself space. Feel your back long, and then start to notice. You have this beautiful tapas mat. So tapas is almost like a burning or a passion. Tapas is about really focusing on releasing the breath so that you can burn off the impurities within. So as you nourish your mind tonight with your practice, keep looking inward, and every exhale, really feel that tapas, feel that release, that inner fire as you fog up the mat. And now slow and steady, take your hands and reach them back to the tailbone, just like what we did when we were seating from our meditation. And we're going to take and press your forehead to the ground and reach your arms up. Now this takes a lot of core strength, and if your knees aren't feeling very good, you're welcome to just sit up and sit cross-legged and do this. We're just inhaling to come up, pulling the arms back. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, going down. So you're almost giving your body, inhale, come on up. Exhale, going down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, going down. So as I was saying, you're almost giving your body a form of a sit-up, but you're strengthening your quads, your calves, spread out your toes. Let's do this one more time. Inhale up and exhale down. And now release your hands and take your palms forward. Your neck is long and your eyes are calm. Let's take and tent up your fingertips as you find your forehead to the mat. Feel the gaze soft. And feel the generosity of the breath as you can even feel your armpits getting a good stretch. Push your shoulders to the sides of the space wherever you're at. And now we'll take and use our exhale, and we're just gonna slowly slither forward. So you're gonna slither your way onto your belly. Readjust to your thighs, spread out your toes. Try to get the feet so active so that you can feel the toes separating. So we're just going to do 3 gentle cobras. Inhale, up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, using the breath to calm the mind. Exhale down. Inhale up. Ooh, my elbow just cracked. Exhale down. And on your next inhale, we're going to take and open our arms wide. And now we're going to take and give ourselves a little bit of a shoulder stretch. So it's a little bit precarious. Be kind to yourself. I'm going to kind of let my neck hover because I have these little earbuds that don't want to stick in my ears. We're going to take and press into your right hand and take, I'll actually do the right hand and press into the fingertips as your right elbow goes high. And we're going to roll over the left arm as your right knee comes up, right foot behind the left leg. So your left ear is pressing to the ground and you're stretching out your computer neck and your shoulders. This is really, really good to release any congestion. Someone was asking me the other day, not you guys, but someone was asking me to do some shoulder and neck stretches, and I find this to be really effective. Be kind. If this does not feel good, you're welcome to stay on your belly in a little crocodile pose. And then we're going to lower the right foot down. And now take the right hand out, place the left fingertips down, so tent up the fingers, and then roll up and over the shoulder. Right ear to the mat, left elbow high, left foot down as the knee goes up, so you're actually even getting into your hip flexors. If your leg doesn't go there, that's fine. You can stack leg on top of leg. Remember, you're meeting the body of today, so this isn't about Jessica's practice, this is about your practice. And then roll back down to your tummy and place your forehead to the ground. We're going to take our arms and bring them by the sides of our body, doing one more little back strengthener. Lift your right foot up as you press into your palms. Forehead is down to the ground. I hope whatever you're on smells good. And bring your right leg down. And now do the same thing with the left. Try and keep your hip points down. That's a tough thing. So you might feel the thigh bicep on the left side kind of spasming out. You're activating muscles that maybe you haven't used. Lower the left leg down. Now press into your hands and lift your chest. So we're doing a little bit of a locust pose, just a different way, or a Superman pose. And now try and bring both feet up off the ground. Whew. Be kind to yourself. Press into your hands, broaden your chest, shoulders open, gaze is soft, neck is long, and then we lower back down. Forehead to the ground. Maybe take right or left ear and place it on the ground, just giving yourself time to breathe. You're inhaling and exhaling. And then what I would love for y'all to do is take your hands even lower down on your ribs. Press into the palms. Press into the shoelace side of the feet. And now sway your body from side to side. It looks really funny, but it feels good, and you're giving your body the stretch it so deserves. With your exhale, you're going to stop swaying, bring your knees to the ground, and now do take them as wide as the mat. Bringing your hands, you can bring fist on top of fist, forehead to the hands, palms down, gazing to the ground, and just breathing deeply. Inhale and exhale is the name of this game. Slow and steady as you just nourish your mind with the breath. All right, so now we're going to slither into a vinyasa. So we're going to make our way to a downward facing dog. It looks really funny. This comes from a practice that I learned in New York when I was living there in the early 90s. You're gonna slither, your booty's nice and high, Jivamukti yoga, and you slither up organically to your up dog. And now exhale, bring your tush to the sky, and you find down dog. Ooh, I don't know if you all heard that, but my entire fucking body just cracked all over. Walk out your feet left and right. Feeling your head hang down. Internal spiral to the thighs, but your big toes are helping to open the calves. So press into the big toes, feeling the side arch of both of your feet just as connected as the inside arch. Toes are light as they are active. Shoulders reaching to the sides of the room as your tailbone lifts a little bit higher. All right, let's take and just give ourselves a little stretch here. This is gonna feel kind of weird, but I know you can do it. Walk your feet close together, come to the ball mounts, the toes, lift your right foot up, and take and bring the big toe and the second toe and kind of put them around near the Achilles heel. You're gonna put them around the ankle and lower the foot back down. So you're just really focusing, hyper-focusing just on the left side. Do the best you can. And then bring the left heel back up and your right foot comes down, merging with the left. Lift the left foot up. Right heel nice and high. Hip points in alignment. Bring, as you separate big and second toe, around the heel and lower down as far as you can. So truly, your hands and feet are kind of working together as your hips are high. Feel that good stretch as your neck is long. And then lift your heel up, reach the left foot up, and lower both heels down. I keep cracking. Separate your feet as wide as the mat, and you're in a wide down dog. So in this one, your ribs kind of do collapse and they open up a little bit wider. But all we're going to do is walk our hands to our feet and let your head hang down. Feel a little bend in the knees, breathing deeply into your low back. All right. We're going to find a twist here. Left hand down, right arm high to the sky. You can rotate your wrists. You can take your hand to your low back. I'm going to look down so that I can get a deeper stretch through my neck, and you can bring your chin to your left shoulder as you try to spiral right shoulder high. And now let's switch. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches up. Left hand comes to your tailbone, right hand is underneath the head. You're welcome to bring your right chin to your right shoulder as the left shoulder lifts up. Breathing deeply. And then release the left palm down. Toe heel your feet nice and close together. And with a little bend in the knees, all you're going to do is roll yourself up to standing. All right. Is my hair all over the place? Okay, so you're at the back of the mat. We're just going to stretch from side to side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Take your right hand, capture the left wrist. Stretch up and over. Feel this good extension as your hips press to the left. Reach as you pull the left hand to the right. Come on back to center. And big sigh of relief. Hands come down. Let's find our second side. Left hand comes up, right hand captures the wrist. Stretch up and over. Your hips reach, your body is calm, stretching and lengthening. Really notice you're trying not to collapse to the left side as you lift up and open. And then come on back up. Exhale, hands come down. So we're still at the back of the mat. Take and bring your hands to your hips and separate your feet frontal hip bone distance apart. Let's take and inhale, arms go high. See if you can come to the ball mounts the toes as your heels lift up. So you're just practicing stability, practicing creating space. Urdhva Hastasana, reaching skyward, lifting up. Lower the heels, little bend in the knees. and bring your hands down to the ground. As your head sways and your body's calm, let's take and walk our hands back forward into down dog. Inhaling, high plank. Nice job, everybody. Exhale, lower your right knee and inch up off the ground. So your spine is long, you're in plank pose, you're just hovering. Right leg straightens, left knee is an inch up off the ground. Body is calm, you've got this. Breathing deeply. Left leg straightens. And here we go. Lower knees, chest, and chin. Everything down. Inhale, gentle cobra or up dog. It's up to you tonight. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take and walk your feet close together. Lift your right leg up. Bend the knee and open the hip. Find a full expression in your hips. You're welcome to rotate the foot if you want to. And then we'll take the right leg high and hollow out the belly, knee to nose. Give it a nose a little lunge, nudge as you reach your right foot back, and we're coming into a lunge. I minced my words. Left heel is nice and high. Bring your hands to the right thigh, but maybe even let them hover so you're not even touching. And then if you'd like, hands reach back, neck is long. Breathing deeply. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, reaching high. So it's interesting, every time you reach your arms up high, I was thinking I had talked about Patanjali. As you find your crescent lunge, keep the left leg strong as if you're kind of trying to kick your heel up. Patanjali, by definitions, means consciousness coming into you. So whenever I have my hands up, I start to think about that idea of when I practice yoga and I calm my mind, that consciousness is coming inward. Exhale, palms come down. Step back to plank. So we're getting smarter doing yoga. All right. Lower the left knee an inch up off the ground. Shoulders reach, body's calm, neck is long as I look down to my thumbs. See if you can get your thumbs to straighten. Here we go, straighten the left leg. And walk your feet close together as you lift left foot up, nice and high. Bend the knee, open the hip, maybe move the foot about one direction and the opposite. And then lengthen the leg up high as you step forward, low lunge. Reaching your hands to hover over left leg, left knee over the ankle, but not beyond it. And we'll reach our hands back. Pinkies draw down, thumbs reach up. Press your shoulders back. Really feel your gaze is calm and your body is just like that beautiful kind of like arrow form. And then inhale, reach the arms up nice and high. Find space in your mind as you give yourself an opportunity. We're out of that fight or flight, that amygdala part of the brain, and now we're in this beautiful space of ease as we balance and find power in stillness. You got it. Reaching the shoulders down as your heart lifts up. Let's try and hold this for a couple more breaths, as long as we did on the other side. And exhale, palms come down. Step back, down dog. And this time we're going to move through a vinyasa. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. As you look to your hands, little bend in the knees. Step or float to the top. Woo. Exhale, kiss your shins. And then bend your knees. Inhale, reaching up into your chair. Exhale, straight arms, straight legs. Samasthiti, that equal footing. So you're trying to balance out your mind, the hemispheres of your brain, as you keep smiling and breathing. So we're going to do one more hamstring stretch for anybody who wanted a really good hamstring stretch today. Place your hands to your hips, and we're going to take and bring your right knee up. Now you're going to shoot the right foot back and place it behind and to the left side of the left foot, right? Your toes probably won't be in the same plane, but you're trying to get your legs as close together as a yummy Twizzler licorice. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, dive your body down so you get a good stretch through the low back and the hamstrings. And your hands might not come to the ground, so bring your hands to your shins. Maybe tent up the fingertips. Feel the ease and the kindness in your breath. Sway your head from side to side, front to back. And feel the breath moving along the spine. And now the hard part, root down through your feet and dive yourself back up. Exhale, hands release, press into the left foot, bring your right knee back up and step down. So it takes a lot of kind of clarity and focus, but you're calm and you're ready for this. Okay, second side, palms relaxed. Left knee elevates, flexing the foot as you push back through the air and take your left foot to the outside of the right leg. Whoa, I almost fell over. Heart is nice and high, body is calm. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, pay attention to the breath as you dive down. Head hangs. Okay, so you might feel it differently on this side. Allow yourself a lot of compassion, no judgment. Breathing deeply, feel the weight of your head stretch out the left hamstring even further. One more good breath, and then we'll exhale to come up. So root to rise, press down to lift up, and then take and bring the left knee up, and the foot down as the arms come down. That's a tricky one. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to do, now that we've done our crescent lunge, we're going to do Surya Namaskara B 3 times to get a little cardio. So think about, as we move through this sun salutation, if a warrior 1, having your back foot at a 45-degree angle is a little bit too much, then do a crescent lunge. You get to find your practice of today. So as you exhale, take and draw your fingertips to the ground. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale as your palms come down, step or float back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Right foot in between your hands, back foot plants, warrior 1. Palms come down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale down. Right foot plants, left foot steps forward. Inhale up, exhale, palms down. Continue that exhale as you go chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Couple deep breaths here, because we have 2 more to go. Breathing from the inside out. And then we'll look to the top, bend your knees, float to the top. Exhale, kiss your shins. Knees bend, glutes are engaged, bones are hugging the muscles. And then straight arms, straight legs. All right, everything's active. 2 more, breath by breath. Whew, here we go. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands come down, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Right foot steps forward, back foot plants. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands come down, chaturanga. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, down. Left foot, big breath in, sip in the air. Exhale, palms come down. Think about that tapas. Think about that fire as you let everything out, and then inhale, up. Exhale, down. Look to the top of the mat, step or float. Exhale, kiss my shins. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach high. Straight arms, straight legs. 1 more to go. The funny thing about being in this space is I feel like I'm talking to myself. So now, because I'm sick of hearing myself talk, we're just going to breathe. Every inhale is an upward movement. Every exhale is a downward movement. Enjoy the ride. Exhale, fingers to the ground. Inhale, chair. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Coming forward. Inhale. Exhale. Bending your knees. Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale. Samasthiti. Woo. Good job, everybody. All right. Finding stability. Finding a lot of compassion. Let's take ourselves into eagle pose, Garudasana. Bend your knees, and as low as your butt is when your fingers touch the ground, that's where we want to keep our buns, so keep your buns there. Wrap your right arm underneath your left, whether it's shoulder or bound, it's up to you. And we're going to take right leg up over the left, squeezing deeply. This will offer us clarity and calm and a still point. Lifting your elbows, hands reach forward, another great shoulder opener. Oops. Unwind the bind and reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands come down. It's hard to do this and talk at the same time. Bend your knees, inhale, reach high. If your teacher passes out, just call 911. And as you exhale, opposite hand under. So left arm under. I'm just kidding, you don't have to call 911. I won't pass out. Arms bind. Left foot up and over. So we're nourishing our mind, even through this contorted pose. Feel yourself in a space of right thinking, as all you're doing is breathing. Unwind the bind. Inhale, reach high. And we'll exhale and fold forward. Separate your feet, 2 fists widths apart, and we'll take our peace signs to our big toes, yogi toe lock. Bring the eyeballs, the elbows to the sides of the room, and let your head hang. Really find, especially since we did a lot of stretches for our hamstrings, that with your next deep breath, you can go a little bit further. Stomach to thighs, face to shins, neck is long, eyes are calm. And then we'll release our hands, toe heel your feet back together. And you're at the top of the mat, so let's bend our knees and reach the arms up high, Utkatasana. Beautiful. As you're in Utkatasana, you're welcome to bring your hands to your heart or keep your arms high. I think I'm going to take the hands to the heart and be more mindful of my shoulders tonight. Lift up onto the ball mounts of the toes, so lift up from your heels. Whew. And then see if you can straighten your legs as you smile and breathe. And then lowering the heels, dive down, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. I'm turning so we're all in the same place. High plank, low. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. All right, take your right leg high. And I think I did knee to nose on one side, but not the other. So we'll get an extra one on your right. Kick back, three-legged dog. Step your right foot forward. Reach high to crescent lunge. And we'll take it into a little bit of a twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Twisting and opening. Lift your heart. Find your body so confident, dynamic. Look to the left hand and open up to warrior two. So the back foot will settle in. You're looking to your right hand, palms face down. Breathing right here. Try not to hammock or collapse, but really feel you're lifting up from your belly breaths. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left arm down, right arm high. Straighten the right leg, and as you exhale, let's find triangle pose. Reach out as far as you can. If you want to do a little bit more of like an abdominal thing here, take your left hand and just stay right here. If you want to make it into a full triangle, your right hand comes down, your left arm comes up. Find your body of today, no forcing, just breathing. And then as you let all the air out and exhale, come on back up. We're going to take and lunge into the front leg, reverse your warrior, and as you exhale, frame out the right foot. And before we go any deeper, we're just going to do a revolve triangle. So you're going to step the left foot forward a little bit, and then the left hand goes on top of the foot, inside or outside of the foot, and your right arm reaches up. Simple and generous. Reach and stretch. Opening up your heart as you breathe. Look down to the left hand. Bring your right hand down. And we're going to bend into the front leg. Step the left foot back a little further. Step the right foot back. Lower chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. When you're in your dog, it's a time to reorganize and recuperate. So using that technique that we did in the beginning of class, find a still point and just focus. Belly rises and belly falls. Let's take and lift the left foot up. And we're going to draw a knee to nose, hollow out the belly. Whew. And since I think we only did this once, we're going to do an extra one. Exhale, knee to nose, hollow out the belly. Whoa. Plant the foot in between your hands. Right heel is nice and high. Arms reach up to the sky for crescent lunge. Breathe from the inside out. And we're going to find our twist. So bring your right hand forward again, left hand back. So you're twisting, almost as if there's a tug of war. Can you tug yourself into center? And then with that dynamic opposition and the containment of the breath, your shoulders stay over the hips. The body is strong. Look to the right hand. Follow the right hand as we open. Warrior two. So knee over the ankle but not beyond it. Body is calm, heart is open. With your inhale, as your arms stretch wide, reverse your warrior, right arm down, left arm high. You got it. Straighten the left leg. Toe wheel your right foot in a little bit, and then extend, just halfway. And this is when you can decide, are you gonna wrap your arm or bring your hand down and your left arm high, or right arm high? It's up to you. Woo! Did you hear my hip just pop? Breathing deeply as you open up. Shoulders reach back. Your body is calm. Exhale to the left hand and come on back up. And then we will take and reverse our warrior, lunging into the left leg. Exhale, frame out the left foot. But just like we did last time, we're gonna just take a little baby step forward with the right foot. Right hand goes inside or outside of the left foot, left arm high. Twisting. So shoulders broaden into the twist, and you're really working on not gripping through the toes, but still feeling firmly planted. Let the breath guide you deeper. Really nourish your body with it. And then look to the right hand. Frame out the right foot. Little bend through the left leg to step back so that we have a long enough plank. And reach both legs back. Chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. So now my space has become like a hot yoga studio. I don't know about all of you, but I'm definitely sweating. Let your head hang as your body is calm. And breathe. Whew. Little bend in the knees. Lift your heels up. And we're just going to practice springing forward. So, in order to practice springing forward, we want to try to click our heels to our hips. So your buns are low and you just click. Both heels to your hips, and then your feet come back down. The first one was back. Heels to hips, lower back down. Heels to hips, lower back down. Heels to hip, lower back down. Now, keeping the ball mounts of the heels high, try and keep that connection of chest to thighs and float forward. Heels to hips and you float forward. And ultimately you do a handstand. Head hangs down, and then we're just gonna roll up as slowly as we can to standing in our sweaty yoga spaces. Let's do a couple more poses standing. So we're gonna do a separate leg stretching, and then we'll do a variation of tree pose into a balance pose. So as you face the front of the mat with your spine nice and long, take a real wide step to the right. Just kind of sway your hips around if you'd like to. And then we're going to take our hands, since we've been doing this the entire time, opening up the chest. Let's interlace our fingers back behind us. Have a little bend in the elbows. That creates more space in the shoulders. So Pasarita Padottanasana, C. You're going to take and bend your knees. Dive your head down and reach your arms up. And only when you're ready and you feel okay in your neck and shoulders, then straighten your arms and try and get your palms together. Ultimately, your feet straighten and your pinky fingers touch down to the ground as your head is also touching down to the ground. So you can tell from the computer, we get so tight, it's really hard to touch the pinkies to the ground. Let all the air out as you relax the arms and coming on up as you root to rise. Open the arms out wide and step to the top of the mat. Hands come to your heart. All right, now I'm just going to face your direction. You're at the top of the mat. We are going to take and bring our hands to our hips. You're going to take and do wind removing pose standing up. Start off by bringing your right knee up. Give your right knee a hug and pull knee to the chest, chest to the knee. We've let our scattered thoughts go, and now we're ready to practice breathing. We are going to find a little bit of a twist. Take your hands underneath the thigh bicep and kick out through the foot. Good. So just a variation of Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. I know I said it fast. But you're practicing. We're going to come into a revolution. See if you can bring the left hand forward. Grab onto the outside of the foot, the calf, the toes. It's up to you. Kick out through the heel as you twist. Breathing and extending. You got it. Gaze back forward. Knee bends back into wind removing as the foot comes down. Okay, wipe the sweat away. Let yourself be loose. Shake it off. We're just decluttering our mind so you don't have to do any of these stupid human tricks, right? Right foot firmly planted, hands to the hips, elbows reach back. Bring the left knee up and flex the foot. That always helps me feel more stable, like I'm standing both feet on the ground. Reach your hands forward, find the weird grip, and grab on to your shins. Pull the knee to the chest as your back is long. Whew. And then here we go. Switch your grip, grab underneath the thigh bicep, kick out through the heels. Breathing yourself into balance, then you straighten your legs. Right now I'm just trying to find balance. Kicking the foot out. If that feels good, take your hand and grab onto the outside of the left leg as you kick and stretch. So we're twisting and breathing. And I just fell out. So you can tell where my weaknesses lie. Do the best you can, look back forward. Bring your hands back so that you do wind removing on the left side, knee to the chest. And then lower the foot back down. And big breath in. An amazingly calm breath out. Okay. Let's take one more standing pose. We'll do our tree, because that always gives us a sense of accomplishment. Feel just like a tree that no matter which way the wind blows, you're kind of steady in your truth. Tall and calm. Right knee up, knee to the side, foot goes into ankle, calf, or inner thigh. You can keep your hands to your heart. You can reach your tree branches out. You can reach your arms high. Really, where do you want to go tonight? This is your practice. Still experiencing the rise and fall of the abdominal breath. You're just relaxing inward. And then we let it go. Hands release, foot comes down, and it's a new moment. Let's find the other side. Placing your hands to your hips, left knee comes up, the knee moves to the side, the foot goes into the inner thigh, or calf, or ankle, and then your arm reflects what you did on the first side. Don't hold back, really let yourself go. See where you can go in this pose. Good effort, everybody. Knee comes forward, arms down, foot down, and we're just offering ourselves a way to release as we stand tall. So we're going to transition to the floor. I think I'll face this direction for this vinyasa. We're standing at the top of the mat. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, bending into the knees, diving down, folding forward. Inhale is a lift and lengthen. Exhale, as your head hangs down, step one foot back, and then the other foot back, and lower your knees, chest, and chin down. Inhale, gentle cobra or an up dog. It's up to you tonight. And then exhale, bring your hips to your heels. Spine is nice and long. Now as your hips are to your heels and your spine is long, you have options. You can roll to a side and kick your legs out in front of you. You can practice using the belly and bring your legs through. We're just going to sway from side to side, getting the fleshy part of the skin away. And as you flex the toes to the nose, place your hands to the sides of the legs and find yourself strong. Breathing in and breathing out. Your heels can even come up off the ground. That's how active your legs are. And now we'll take and reach our hands forward. And tonight, either grab your calves or hold on to your feet like a sandwich. Thumbs to the ball mounts of the toes, fingers to the outsides of the feet so that you can press the big toe forward and kind of open up the soles of the feet by pulling the pinky toes back. And then just go completely passive, head hangs down. And we'll roll ourselves up. Nice. So I'm gonna scoot forward just because the wall is close to me, but all you're gonna do is keep your toes active. Hands come back behind you, fingers point forward. Wrists are, if they feel like they're not feeling very good tonight, bend your knees for cobbler's table, or else Purvottanasana, spread out the toes, press them down to the ground as you lift your hips up. Breathing deeply. As you lower your butt down to the ground, grab the inside arches of the knees and place the knees out for your bound ankle pose. So you're just gonna hold on to your feet, sway from side to side. First version, our spine is long and our heart is lifted. And the second part of it is to walk your hands forward a little bit and let your head come down, going a little passive tonight. You can also open your feet like a book and make it a more active stretch. So really feel the muscles in your lower legs active, just as active as the bones. And then come on back up. As your hands come to the outsides of the knees will come together. And we're gonna do a seated pigeon. So it's like a seated figure four. So I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see it. Bring your right foot up and take your right ankle on top of the left leg. And then what happens here is that you get to create the tension setting for how deep you want. You can lean back or you can get as close to your chest as possible. You can even move the left heel closer to you, but your right foot is flexed. You could also learn how to pick your nose this way, but I don't recommend it. Breathing deeply. And then we'll just walk our hands back and bring both legs out and kind of straighten them out. Shake them out. Bend your knees and we'll do the other side. Left foot up, ankle on top of the right leg. And then when you're ready, walk your chest towards the heel. Try and not put a lot of pressure on your knees by flexing the foot that's in the air. Be real respectful of your body tonight, where you're at. No forcing. And then we'll walk our hands back. And again, shake out the legs. We're going to take and do a shoulder opener, and then we're gonna move into Shavasana. So bring your right knee up. I'm gonna face forward so you can see me. Bring your right knee up, take your right hand, and that's how wide your foot from your leg should be, and reach your right hand forward and sweep the arm back. You're trying to capture your left wrist. And then you would come forward, face towards the knee. Neck is long, your body's calm. And then come on back up. And we're gonna turn this into a twist. So take your right leg up and over, left hand hugs the leg, right hand back behind you and twist. Be kind to yourself as you breathe. Just twisting and rinsing everything out. And come on back to center. Shake out your legs and we'll do the second side. Place the left foot down, hand width apart away from the right leg. Left shoulder inside, left hand reaches forward. You can kind of drag your pinky across the surface of the floor or wherever you're at and bring your right hand back to meet it. If it doesn't meet it, totally fine. You can stay up or you can come forward, face towards shin. Breathing. Belly rises, belly falls. Then we'll come on back up. Unwind into your twist. You're going to take your left leg up and over. Right hand hugs the leg or the right elbow can come up and over. And we're going to twist. It's a variation of Vinyasa. Twisting and breathing. Try and really feel your sits bones, the bony parts of your behind on the ground as your neck lengthens. And then we'll unwind. Shake everything out. Bend your knees so that you can roll down slowly. And we're going to just roll down right into happy baby. So bring your feet up. Grab your feet and sway from side to side. You've worked your body very hard. Now this is where you get to reap the benefits, where you've peeled away the layers to get to the bliss body. Feel your legs relaxing as your arms come down. Open your arms wide and then just lift your heels up high as you flex your toes to your nose. Nice. Just a gentle inversion. And then try and take like 3 deep breaths to lower your legs down. If this is tweaking out your back, don't do it this way. You're just finding your space. Palms face up. Your body's calm. And as I get up, you all get to stay down. You're just giving yourself a really good stretch tonight. Feel how you've worked your body from the inside out to get to this point. Almost imagine that I'm grabbing onto your heels and their legs are so loose that I can just sway them from side to side, like a hammock. And then feel your legs rest back out. You're just nourishing your mind with the breath as you soften. Everything is liberated. Notice your inhales and your exhales. And you're just breathing. Feel that you're holding yourself with loving kindness for the unique and powerful being that you are. Feel the free-flowing breath in your toes, arches of your feet. Massaging your heels. Enjoy the breath as it rolls up the legs. Relaxing the shins, your calves. Feel the authenticity of your breath as you almost sense the kneecaps lifting up. The breathing's light and full of compassion. the patience in the breath. As it lengthens the upper legs. As it lets go of congestion in the hips. And as your belly rises and the belly falls, send some gratitude to your organs, tissues, and cells for keeping you healthy. Feel that gratitude move through the ribs, to your heart, and feel this golden glow of peace emanating from your heart as it moves through your shoulders and down the arms. Your neck and throat and jaw, tongue. All the words have left your body. The pressure is gone. And you feel spacious. And as your eyes rest in their sockets, feel that beautiful blue sky mind. As every breath allows you to evolve, as every breath nurtures and nourishes balance. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then reach your arms back behind you in a beautiful line of freedom. And bend your knees to your chest and kind of roll a little bit from side to side. Until you make your way up into a seated space. As your hands make their way in front of your heart, that's that symbol for Patanjali, the Anjali Mudra. Just balancing out the hemispheres of your brain, balancing out the positives and the negatives so you can find center. Thank you for being present tonight with me. I truly honor and respect the power within each and every one of you. In thought, in speech, and in action, may the merits of our practice benefit all beings. I'm wishing you lots of peace and lots of love as you love more and stress less. Thanks for playing yoga with me tonight. Namaste.